James then rushes home and informs his wife about the worst news he just received. The scandal of his affair with Olivia hasn't lost heat yet, and now she accuses him of raping her and has taken him to court. Sophie is speechless with the news. The next day, Kate arrives at the court and prepares for the first trial of James's case. She will argue against James. Meanwhile, James and Sophie also arrive at the court and are surrounded by reporters. They go inside and meet Angela Reagan, who will defend James. Sophie comes into the court hand in hand with James because she's convinced Olivia just became bitter after James broke up with her and is trying to defame him for revenge. Of course, James insists that he's innocent, but Sophie can't help to have second thoughts. After the court, Kate leaves with her aide Maggie, who thinks James looks like a rapist because of his handsome appearance. Kate believes it will be a difficult case since the boundary between consensual love and rape is thin, and society's views on the matter are very ambiguous. The rape allegation against James immediately affects his position and that of his close friend, Prime Minister Tom, in Parliament when a member brings it up and questions Tom in the middle of their parliamentary session. Chris doesn't like this and asks Tom to cut ties with James so that he can keep his image clean, but Tom refuses to do that with his best mate, and he believes James is innocent. Sophie goes to pick up her kids as usual. And this time the other parents look at her with suspicion. A close parent even makes an excuse to avoid a planned gathering with her family. People don't want to be involved with the family of an alleged rapist. Her kids also ask her about their dad, but Sophie insists that James is innocent and tells them they have a surprise waiting at home, a new puppy. The kids are overjoyed and are distracted from the huge scandal their family is dealing with. At night, Sophie hears James sounding angry with someone on the phone, so she walks in. It is Chris, who tells him to keep a low profile during the trial and expresses his desire to ascertain if Olivia is the only woman James slept with. Sophie believes her husband and thinks Olivia is a liar who wants to destroy James's life. She then instructs her husband to reach out to Tom in private as James does so, going to see Tom at the back of the Parliament building and confirming that he didn't assault Olivia. James is terrified about something else, that the press will dig into their past at Oxford when they were in the club named Libertine. However, Tom seems confident about that, as they have nothing to hide. He assures James that things will soon be over and returns inside. A flashback shows a party of the Libertines in the past when they dressed in tuxedos and spray expensive champagne around a chamber while praising themselves. A female server walks into the room to bring more champagne, and a young Tom comes up behind her, tries to produce some milk. Everyone cheers Tom, and the server walks away scared and embarrassed, while James is the only one who runs after her and apologizes on behalf of his friends. He offers to provide compensation, but the woman runs away. In the present, Kate has dinner with Richard, her married former pupil master with whom she is having an affair. Here, they also discuss the case, and Kate tells Richard about what Maggie said. James comes back home and finds Sophie sitting in the dark. She tells him how much she regrets quitting her career. She tells him that when all of this drama is over, she will go look for a job. But James doesn't care about that. What he cares about is that Sophie has to be in court with him every day of the trial so that the public knows that she trusts him. After he leaves to go upstairs, Sophie recalls her past during her studies when she had a tutor partner named Holly. While Holly focused on studying and spent most of her time in the library, Sophie was more of a cool girl and spent more of her time socializing. The next day, James and Sophie again go to court. The jury is told not to go online or look up stuff on their own about the case. They can't talk about it outside of court either. The report says that the rape happened a week after Olivia and James stopped seeing each other. James is accused of raping Olivia in the elevator. Olivia enters the courtroom to tell her side of the story on the witness stand, after swearing to tell the truth. She begins to recount her affair with James. After 2 months of working for James, one Friday night Olivia forgot her gym bag at the office and returned to retrieve it. She bumped into James as he was leaving, and he invited her for a drink. They went out together, where James subtly flirted with Olivia. Olivia asked him what his wife would think about what he was doing, and James said that Sophie trusted him. A week later, James booked a hotel, and they started their affair. After several months, on the 5th of October, James called Olivia into his office and broke things off with her. She was shocked to hear that because she was in love with him. Back at the court, Sophie can't handle all of these love story details anymore and leaves the courtroom in front of everyone's eyes. She runs to the door and struggles to get home. All the details of her husband's affair become so real to her that she feels like she is falling into a pit.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe and like for more videos like this.